Okay, so we have to do organic chemistry, right?
Yes, sir.
You are in 11th class, 12th class, right? Or 11th?
No, sir. 11th, sir.
Okay.
11th, sir.
Do you have any idea about chemistry?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sorry, sir. What, sir, can you repeat?
Uh, what do you know about chemistry?
Chemistry is like about the nature, environment, study of atoms, elements.
Okay. So here, if we first define chemistry, what we have to study exactly is it is the branch of science which deals with the study of. In chemistry, basically, we study about four things. First one is structure. Second one is composition. Third one is properties. And fourth one is chemical reaction. So we have to study about this four thing in chemistry. Now, if I come to know of what we will study exactly, of matters. See, that matter can be either solid, liquid, gas. It can be visible or invisible. For example, if we talk about CO2, so carbon dioxide is visible or not?
No, sir.
No. But chemistry can explain their structure, their composition, their properties, and their chemical reactions also. So that this is very important and very useful part of the science. See, if we want to know about anything, any matter, we have to know about this thing. Means we have to know about the structure, we have to know about the composition, properties, as well as chemical reaction. Now, if I tell a structure, so what is the contribution of structure in knowing anything? For example, if I want to know about a car, so can you tell me without imagining, without knowing the structure of that car, about their properties or anything? No. For knowing about the car, we have to know the structure. In the same way, if you have to know about any compound, you should know structure. And chemistry will tell about the structure. It will give some method, some calculations to draw the structures and all. Now, next one is composition. Composition is what? Composition is basically the part of an element is present in a compound. For example, if I have water, so how many element is there?
Two.
There is two element. One is hydrogen and one is oxygen. Now, if we go for the composition, so composition is basically represented in terms of percentage. Percentage means 100. So if we assume that this is 100% molecule, water is 100% pure and 100% molecule. So in this compound, if I know that 27% hydrogen is present, then what will be the percentage of oxygen? It will be 63. Knowing about these things about a matter, about a compound is called composition. And why this is required? In our daily life, we use many chemicals. And if you buy anything packed, you must have seen the composition written on that packet or on that bottle. Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so why it is important to know the composition is, suppose if I have some disease, I have some fever and something else, and I want to know that which medicine will be applicable for me, which medicine will be good for me. So what I have to do, I will see the composition. If the composition is matching what is prescribed by doctor, that we can buy. Sometimes it happens that we go to the medical, and we don't find the same medicine. At that time, what we do, we find with the same composition. So in this way, composition helps us. And one more thing, if you buy anything from the shop, so you want to know that either it is pure or not. For knowing the purity, also we check composition. So in that sense, composition is also important. Now, if we talk about the properties, what do I mean by knowing the properties, or what chemistry can explain about the property? For example, if I have an element carbon, and we know that carbon can burn, means it has property to get burned. It is combustible. Now, if we take oxygen, and we know that oxygen is a good supporter of combustion, but if we make a compound by adding these two, that will be carbon dioxide. And we all know that this is a fire extinguisher, means both carbon and oxygen is present in this compound, and but the compound property is different. So how and why it will change, that will be also explained by chemistry. Now, see, if I want to use anything, any compound, any matter, then I also have to know the property. For example, if I am making a medicine, for medicine, I have added component A and B and C. And if I don't know that what A can do, what is the properties of B, what is the properties of C, that we can never use that thing which we have prepared. For that sense, also property is required. Now, if we talk about the chemical reaction, so how we can explain a chemical reaction is,
Sir,
yeah.
sir, sir, how do you get 63% for oxygen?
No, I have assumed that it is not exact value. I've just assumed to explain it.
Uh, Sir,
Now, if there will be question that will be given to you, that how much percentage it contains. There is a topic called percentage composition or empirical formula in 11th class. If you have seen the book, you must have an idea.
yes, sir, empirical form.
Yeah, so there we will get this, how to calculate, and if that is given, then how to calculate formula. So there will be two terms. Formula will be given, you have to calculate percentage, or percentage will be given, you have to calculate formula, like that.
So it should be 73%, right?
Okay, okay, so sorry, I have written wrong. No problem, make it 73.
Huh.
Okay, that you were saying. The total should be 100%. Okay. Now, if we talk about chemical reaction, what is a chemical reaction? And you have read this in ninth and 10th, I think. Can you explain, or can you tell what is chemical reaction?
Reaction in which there are reactants and they undergo uh, reaction to form products.
Yeah. So basically, if we define what we'll write, it is a process, or you can say this is a phenomena. The process in which reactant converts into product. Have you started 11th class?
Yes, sir.
So you have done this thing, introduction of chemistry and all.
So actually in school, like they started with basics like bridging of 10th to 11th, and then after that they started like electronic configuration.
Okay, okay, okay.
Only like physical chemistry is going
Okay, no problem. So huh, the process in which reactant converts into product in presence of specific condition. See, in this universe, if any change will occur, there will be some condition responsible for this. For example, if I want to boil water, what can be the condition?
100 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. Means temperature will be the condition. If
Yes.
I am not providing that temperature, can that process occur?
Boiling
No.
cannot occur.
Yeah. Means for any change, we need a condition. So chemical reaction is what? Basically, this is a change in which reactant converts into product. Okay. Now I have written some specific condition. Now, what can be the condition which will be used in chemistry that we are going to write over here? And those condition is very much important. Okay, you can take screenshot or you're writing,
Yes, sir.
take screenshot. For each page you will take a screenshot. You can make notes separately. Okay,
Okay, sir.
done.
Sir.
Do you understand Hindi or only English?
Science and Hindi, sir.
Complete Hindi.
Like mostly.
Uh, Okay, then it will be good because I am Hindi telling person. Na? So it will be sometime it will come out.
That's what.
Okay. So now what can be the condition that I'll write? Condition. Can you tell what can be the conditions for a chemical change? First one is what?
Temperature.
Temperature. What can be else? Pressure. Third one is C. To boost or to increase the rate of reaction, to increase the rate or speed, we add some additional compound that is called catalyst. So sometimes catalyst can also be used as a condition to boost the reaction rate. Electricity. Some reaction occur in presence of electricity. For example, when you charge your battery, that time electricity is used. Sunlight. Photosynthesis is the chemical reaction in which we use sunlight as a condition. And then comes darkness. Sometimes some reaction occurs where darkness or dark will be used. There should be no any source of light. So these can be conditions for a chemical change. Now, if we write a reaction, how we can write? R for reactant converts into product in presence of condition. So that whole chemical reaction is RCP. Clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Now, we will introduce classification of chemistry. There we have introduced about chemistry. Now, next one is classification of chemistry. So, can you tell me how many branches of chemistry has?
Three, sir.
Hmm. So, there are many branches, but in our syllabus, we have to study three.
Uh,
First one is organic. Second one is inorganic. Third one is physical. In which class your brother is now?
Sir, he finished 12th, sir.
12th. He given exam J.
Yeah, sir. He has
What is his rank he got?
for mains.
Mains
50,000 something, sir.
50,000.
Sir.
Okay. Any category applied?
No, sir.
Okay. So what he will do now?
So he has given uh, other entrance exams also.
Okay, other state exams, college exam,
Uh,
right?
like, others, like one he's gonna give BitSat. He has given, yeah.
Okay, so we are getting admission in any college.
Uh, Sorry, sir.
He is getting any admission in any college.
He was getting Amrita VIT, Vellore Institute, and
Okay,
he's
VIT is
getting
getting. It is good college.
VIT Chennai is getting ECE.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then it will be good. And what's your aim?
My aim like below 1,000 for advanced.
Below 1,000, so you have to have work very hard.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in organic chemistry, what we study is study about whenever we write a study, it simply means we have to know structure, properties, composition, and reaction about compound which we obtained from living thing, means whose source is living thing, or we can write compounds of carbon. And that's why organic chemistry is also known as carbon chemistry, because whenever there is organic compound, there will be carbon. Carbon only forms organic compounds with all the other elements. And one more thing we can call it that carbon forms covalent bond. You know what is covalent bond?
So,
What is that?
uh, electrons are shared between two nonmetals.
Yeah. So carbon mostly form covalent bond. That's why this will be also known as covalent chemistry. Now, if we talk about inorganic, in inorganic, what we study is study about compound and from non-living thing, means whose source is non-living. Example, salt, rock, minerals. And in physical chemistry, what we do, study of derivation and calculation involved in chemical or physical change or physical reaction. So these are the branch and these are the things we are going to study. So our main branch is organic, which what we are going to do. Means we will study mostly about carbon compound. Is that clear from here?
Yes, sir.
You can write example over here, like if we write organic compound example, so that is carbohydrate, which is present in our body, proteins, DNA, RNA, etc. Here we can write like
Sir,
NaCl,
protein.
proteins, DNA, RNA.
Okay.
DNA RNA is also an organic compound. NaCl, Fe2O3, dot X2O, that is rusting, etc. And here what we'll do, derivation and calculation. So many formulas, so many units, everything will come over here. You have taken screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll start with organic chemistry. So I'll tell you the syllabus. What we are going to do is first we will know about structural representation. Means how many ways is there to represent a compound. That is very basic and very important thing. Mostly students ignore this topic. They think that they know, but when question comes, they get trapped. So this one is very much important. Now after this comes IUPAC nomenclature. Will follow in sequence. Then it will come bond cleavage. And here only we'll study about electrophile. Sorry, before this we'll study one more topic. That will be isomerism. Then we will go for bond cleavage. Here we'll study about electrophile and nucleophile. Next, we'll study about intermediate. Then intermediates, and then later we'll study about aromaticity. Then we will go for electron displacement effect. Then we'll go for oxidizing, sorry, reaction mechanism. Later on, we'll go for oxidizing agent, then reducing agent, then hydrocarbon. In hydrocarbon, we'll study about alkane, alkene, and alkyne, and benzene. Then we go for alkyl or aryl halide. Then alcohol phenol ether, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid.
So, this is part of hydrocarbon or different?
Sorry.
So, uh, is this part of hydrocarbon or different?
No, no, these are different chapters. 11th will be finished over here. Here, 11th will be finished. Not here onward, it will be 12th class organic.
Oh, okay. Sir.
I'm just writing what sequence we will follow.
Sir.
Then we will study about nitrogen containing compound, means amine, aniline, and all. Then we will go for biomolecule. And here our chemistry will be finished. One more chapter is polymer, that is theoretical. That can you can do by yourself only. Polymer. So this much topic or this much chapters you have to study. We'll do one by one.
So, what is before biomolecule?
Biomolecule means like carbohydrate, protein, enzyme, nucleic acid. These we have to study. Their
So, what is
properties,
before?
structure. Before that is N containing compound, nitrogen containing,
Uh,
means compounds of nitrogen, like aniline, amine, nitro compound, etc. Then,
sir.
yes. So now we'll start from structural representation, the very first topic. Structural representation of organic compound. First of all, tell me if I have carbon, valency of carbon is what? How many bond
Four,
carbon can form?
four bonds.
Four bond means equals to four. Means if there is carbon, it will form four bond. Now, this four bond can be either single bonds or it can be double bond, it can be triple bonds. Means carbon form can form bond like this, or it can form bond like this, or it can form bond like this. Clear? So, if I write the very first formula is called condensed formula. See, condensed formula, how they will represent. For example, if I represent methane, so it will be written like CH4. If I write ethane, so it will be written like C2H6. If I write benzene, so it will be written like C6H6. If I write acetic acid, so it will be written like C2H4O2. This is called methane. This one is called ethane, benzene. This one is called acetic acid, or we can call it ethanoic acid. Now, see, if this compound is given, To find structure, we have to open it. Means we have to write expanded formula. We cannot explain most of the thing by using this. So the second form will be expanded formula. And now if condensed formula is given, you have to convert into expanded form. So for example, if there is carbon, so how we can write it? See, there is four side atom. Carbon will be always central atom. Around this carbon, you have to put other atom. Means those are called side atom. For example, here one bond, one bond, one bond, one bond. Now, how we will know that there will be all single bonds? So remember, note you have to write hydrogen and fluorine always form single bond. They can never form more than one bond.
So only hydrogen and fluorine?
Yeah. Rest of the element can form one bond, two bond, depending on the situation.
Uh,
So here what we will write H, 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 H. Now, if this you have to write, then how we will write it? Say it very carefully. Once this formula is given, what we'll do, we will write all the carbon in a chain connecting by one bond, single bond first. So we have two carbon. So we'll write two carbon and we will connect with a single bond first. It can be more than one bond, but first time we will put one bond only. And now we'll go for hydrogen. Tell me how many hydrogen is there?
6.
Six. So this carbon can form four bonds. One bond is already formed. So it can form three more bonds. This also can form three more bonds. And if all the bond will be satisfied by atoms, double bond will be not there. So if I'll write over here, so this will be hydrogen, 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 and hydrogen. In the same way, we have to write about this. See, how we will write the structure of benzene. So there is six carbon and benzene is a cyclic compound, means it forms a ring. So we have to form a ring using six carbon like this. C, 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 and like this. Now tell me how many hydrogen is there?
6.
Means all atoms can get one hydrogen first. We put hydrogen over here. H. Now tell me, does all the carbon has formed four bond?
No, sir.
No. No carbon has formed bond. Does any atom is there which will be form the fourth bond with carbon?
No, sir.
No. If this is the scenario, then what we will do, both the carbon will form between each other. So here will be one bond and you cannot form over here. Otherwise, this carbon will get five bond. You will have to form alternate like this. So this is the structure of benzene. Now, if we go for this, so again see, carbon, carbon. Now over here, there can be different structure of using this formula, but they have given acetic acid. And acetic acid is a carboxylic acid. And carboxylic acid are written like this, C double bond O, O, H. This group should be present in a compound, then it will be called only acetic acid. Clear?
Uh,
Now, tell me, does this carbon has four valent bond already formed?
yes, sir.
Now, how many bond this will be required? Three. So hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. In this way, we can write condensed formula into expanded formula. In exam, if you require expanded formula, they can give you condensed formula. At that time, you have to first convert it, then you have to use it. Clear?
Yes, sir. So, uh,
Yeah.
hydrogen and fluorine always form single bond with carbon or all with any compound.
With any atom.
Sir,
Yeah, with any atom. You can write over here. 1 second. With any atom. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Now, can you try one question? I'll give condensed form. You have to write expanded formula, and that is CH3OH.
So condensed form.
Yeah, it is condensed formula. You have to convert into expanded. Means you have to show all the connectivity, all the atom connectivity. Condensed form can be this like this, complete condensed, or it can be like this. Done?
No, sir. Ah, sir.
You see, this will be what? See, here one we have to think that carbon will be connected with oxygen, and oxygen is further connected with hydrogen, and then remaining will be connected over here. Like this. You have done the same?
Yes, sir. So,
Okay.
I put hydrogen to oxygen to the top. That's no problem, right?
No, no problem. You can put in any direction, no problem. Left, right, top, bottom, 35 degree. There is no problem. But why we have to put over here that I'll show you later. Okay. Now you can take screenshot. This will be your homework. You have to convert it. Today we'll take this session only till now. From next class we'll take more than 1 hour. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So you will practice these two questions and you will revise. Uh, Next class I'll message and then we'll cover further topics of more example of this. Okay.
So for the CH3, CH2, OH,
Yeah.